The 2026 Toyota 4Runner has a huge following. It's available in 9 different trim levels, and this is the Platinum. It is loaded with all the features that you want. It's off-road and on-road capable, and it is very unique looking, much like that of the competitors. Let's start with this vehicle itself with the LED headlights, and this new look was changed last year, so there are very few changes for 2026. I do like this vehicle. It's almost a cornflower blue, very nice looking, has a very aggressive front end, and that black Toyota logo in our Platinum Edition. LED driving lights, and this nice lower valance also has tow hooks, just in case you're doing a little bit more serious off-roading. The Toyota 4Runner has 9 trim levels, like I said, the SR5, the TRD Pro, the TRD Off-Road, the TRD Sport Premium, TRD Off-Road Premium, Limited, and this is the Platinum, the top of the line. This is the best value as it offers the TRD Off-Road capability and the best on-road with a ton of extra goodies. Under the hood of our test vehicle is the iForce Max Hybrid with 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. There is an optional iForce engine with 278 horsepower that also has 317 pound-feet of torque. Both are backed by an 8-speed shiftable automatic transmission. Fuel economy 23 miles to the gallon. Best thing is it runs on regular unleaded fuel. Available 2-wheel drive, part-time 4-wheel drive, or full-time 4-wheel drive. All of that is adjustable, and adaptive variable suspension is part of what makes this vehicle so cool. I do like the functional air vents, utilizing every unique angle on this vehicle for function, not just for looks. And that is what they have done in this case. Also, 20-inch alloy wheels. Our test vehicle has them in black. And that iForce Max engine, letting everyone know you've got the bigger motor. The side mirrors are heated, they're foldable, and they have that turn signal indicator. And underneath is the camera for that around view camera that is really nice and crystal clear. You'll see that in our drive in just a moment. Our test vehicle is the Platinum. It's listed right here. Black door handles and black trim all the way around, as well as a black roof rack and a glass roof. When you open the door, there is an additional option that is $1,005. That is the retractable running boards. It's really good if you have this vehicle with an extra TRD package that you raise the vehicle up higher. Not necessarily otherwise. It's not that gigantic of a step up, but it's a personal choice. Before we head to the interior, the warranty is 3 years, 36,000 miles, but it does include 2 years of Toyota Care, which includes basic maintenance and roadside assistance. Inside the driver's door is more than just your typical driver's door. Besides having your memory seating, you've got storage all the way around and 3 cup holders in the door, and that JBL audio speaker is right there. All the way around, there are 14 speakers in this vehicle. Heading into the vehicle, semi-aniline seats, which means just the seating surfaces are available. Soft text is also available. Again, there is leather and there are non-leather materials. Steering wheel, really nice, grippy, which is what you want for an off-road vehicle. It feels like you have more control of the vehicle. Gigantic 14-inch center screen, digital gauge cluster. It has brake controller here to the right side of the steering wheel. All the controls are easy to use. If you're someone with larger hands or you tend to wear gloves, you will find that you will love all of these knobs and controls because they're easy to use. Sometimes they're slides and they're kind of frustrating. They thought about that. Who's using this vehicle and what are they using it for? Also, there is a charge port USB-C on the side of the screen, 2 USB-C charge ports here, a regular car charger outlet, wireless charging, just chargers everywhere. Again, ABC always be charging, which I do agree with. The materials, well, they're not soft here. They're soft up top, and they're soft on the front of the glove box with this really nice stitching. I do like this gold stitching. Glove box, well, it's a bit shallow. I kind of wish it was deeper, but again, you can only put so much packaging in these vehicles, and it's important to note that. The moonroof is just over the driver's front and passenger seat, but what is important, these seats are 6-way power with 4-way lumbar on both sides. Thank you for listening, Toyota, because sometimes their competitors will do everything for the driver and nothing for the passenger. And we are taking this vehicle on a road trip to Indianapolis for the Mecum auction. And when you're switching drivers, it's a 7-hour drive each way. You got to make sure both people are comfortable. Really important. Also, that removable JBL audio speaker, no one else has that. The digital rearview mirror is part of their safety package. You want to see what's going on around you. Because of the design of this vehicle, the doors are short in the second row. So if you're putting child safety seats in and 2 on the outboard latch systems, it's important to know it's a bit short. And you don't realize it till you're trying to install a child safety seat. Yes, that is a factor for some, but not for all. If it's adults getting in, well, that's not a problem whatsoever. I will tell you, compared to the competitors, it is a bit tight in the second row. I had this seat set for me. I'm 5'8", and it is tight. There are pockets behind each of the seats, which is nice. Vents and 3-stage heated seats for both outboard seating, 2 USB-C charge ports, and a wall outlet. So they really thought about charging. Like I said, that is important these days. Grips to hold on to in case you're going off-road or you need to get in and out of the vehicle. More cup holders in the door. Very nice storage in the doors. Like I said, I wish there was more in that center console. But other than that, put down this armrest and you've got 2 cup holders. Because this same chassis is used for 3-row SUVs, you will see that this seat folds out of the way. Obviously, packaging is everything. These seats do fold down 60-40, which is great for storage. They do not fold down flat, but there is tons of storage in the back. The curb weight of the 4Runner is 4,455 pounds, but there are some really nice features, and that means you have towing capacity, Class 3 towing up to 6,000 pounds, and there is a 7-pin and a 4-pin connector, which is really important because you also have a brake controller that comes standard with this package. A nice feature, press this button and you can open the glass in back, almost giving you that Jeep-like ride. Also very good for long items that don't fit in otherwise. That's just as simple as pressing this button. And thankfully, Toyota listens to us and they tuck that rear wiper blade up underneath this wing, protecting the wiper blade and lowering your maintenance costs. Opening the back of the 4Runner. Cargo space with the second row up is 48 cubic feet of storage. Fold down that second row and you're at 90 cubic feet of storage, which is a lot. But there are a lot of extra features in this vehicle. Because of the way this vehicle is packaged, there is storage on both sides as well as in the side here. Really nice for those small items. There is additional wall outlet that is there, and the LED light package that has been added to this test vehicle is $200, and I think that's worthwhile. A cargo cover and tie downs are also part of the package. Some nice features that Toyota offers besides a tire underneath is you've got a first aid kit, which is a really nice feature. Your cargo net is here as well. This additional hidden storage is great for an emergency kit or items that you want to keep safe. JBL audio speakers are also in the back. Let's take this vehicle for a test drive. Inside the 4Runner, there are no changes for 2026, but our Platinum Edition has all the goodies. Now, yes, there are other trim levels. A lot of people like the different off-road versions, but this one has the best of all worlds. It has a head-up display, a beautiful 14-inch gigantic screen with all the new technology that Toyota offers, which includes navigation, which, by the way, is giving you a short term of a test for free, and then you have to subscribe. So that's why the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are really important on these vehicles. Satellite radio, of course, Bluetooth, of course, and tons of charging ports all the way around, including wireless charging, which is just below the center stack. In this 14-inch screen, you got your navigation, your phone, and your car settings. Now, this is not where the safety settings are. We'll talk about that in just a second. All the rest of your settings are here. Now, it does have JBL audio with 14 speakers, which does have very nice sound. I will tell you that we took this vehicle on a road trip to Indianapolis for the Mecum auction, the big spring Mecum auction, and it was a bit loud. And there was a few nannies that we found a bit frustrating that you can't shut off. The adaptive cruise mode, which you can read in front of you, you cannot shut that off. A lot of the safety features that have been added are part of that safety system, that 3.0 and 4.0 systems they're putting in. That's the only thing that frustrated me, that as you get into an on-ramp, if you want to put your foot into it a little bit, it may try to offset that with the vector control, kind of keeping control of the whole vehicle. And we're here in a quarry right now. This is an old gypsum mine. I like to kind of drive around here just to see the real simple basic capabilities of someone who might do light off-roading. This is not a Jeep. This is not a Bronco Raptor. This is something that's meant for, I need to get to, this happens to be now a remote control airplane field. So it's kind of cool. People come out with their remote control planes, and on a nice day where it's not as windy as it is today, they'll come up here and launch their planes. But what it is good for is to see some of the very light hill descent and the confidence you get in a vehicle like this. And that is one thing you do get, is confidence. Now, this is a hybrid engine. That's all they're offering on these vehicles. There are 2 different trim levels of hybrid performance. And that's important to note. As far as control of this vehicle, not a problem at all. very capable. It has all the controls that you would want. Below this large center screen, you have actual climate controls with large dials, which I do appreciate because that's one of those things when you have gloves on. I have small hands, but if you've got bigger hands, you'll like this. It's got heated and vented seats. It's got a heated steering wheel. All that is part of the Platinum package. And then below that is your wireless charger, 2 USB-C charge ports, which are 45 watts. So it charges up super quick. A real shifter. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not a fan of these linear shifters. Then you've got your tow haul and your different drive modes. When you turn the dial to the left of the shifter, there is a drive modes, which has eco. Then it has comfort, normal, which is what you'd use 99.9% of the time, Sport S, Sport S Plus, and custom. So if you want to adjust things the way you want, I'm going to drive it in normal mode because I believe that most people are going to drive it in normal mode. And you can see that in the gauge pod in front of you. You do not get it on the center screen. You also have a camera you can use at any time. You can see I'm on a dirty road. And then there's a tow mode as well. There's also a charge port for a radar detector, which I did use on my trip to Mecum because there's a lot of police officers out. There's grips and there's a hook on the side. Very nice for hanging a garbage bag or whatever you want to hang there. In front of the passenger is a very nice little tray for putting items. And then, of course, a gigantic glove box with all of this beautiful material and stitching. I do like that. I do like the soft materials all the way around. Steering wheel is normal. This is where you're going to find your safety features. So you have to flip through to the different features. This is true with any Toyota. So this is not like I'm showing you something that is special to this car. You can go into that adaptive cruise mode. You press and hold that button, and then you can go into the driver supports. And in my opinion, I like to shut a lot of them off. Sometimes they're good to have, like blind spot detection and all that. But you can go into the different modes and different settings and find what you're looking for. In this case, head-up display, which I like. Lane departure assist, I'm not a fan of. Blind spot, absolutely a fan of. Forward collision warning, and then there's some of the PDA, which is this driving assist that's all the way around. Your audio systems are here. You've got cruise control, and your drive modes are on the bottom. Very easy to use. Everything is easy to use. You just have to get comfortable with it, just like any other car that you would own. Push button start, excellent. On the left side, you've got your ability to open the door as well as the lights. And I think that's nice. There's an additional option of $200 for an interior light in the cargo area, which I think is nice, as well as the $1,000 additional option of the retractable steps. Is a hit and miss. It's not that high off the ground. You could use aftermarket components, which Toyota does sell through their TRD program, making the vehicle higher. Then you're going to want those retractable running boards, especially if you've got someone shorter or who doesn't have the leg length to get up. Overall, cup holders. Good size glove box. I wish it was bigger, kind of limited on space or storage in the door as well. They've really thought about all these different features. I mean, the steering wheel is nice. It's not leather, doesn't have to be, but it is heated, and that is important. As far as confidence in driving this vehicle, you are in a high seating position, and I think that's one of the big sellers for a lot of people. You feel like you have command of the road. The brakes are well balanced for the vehicle. Handling is good. Again, some of these safety features you might want to shut off because they become nannies. And that's a personal thing. I like to shut them off. There are people that love every single feature that there is, and that's great. So you get to choose what you want and how you want to do that. The one other feature this vehicle has that none of the competition has is the ability for the JBL speaker, which is in front up here on the dash, is removable, which is great for tailgating. So you can have the tunes in the back. But if you've got this vehicle, just open the tailgate. You can sit back there and listen to the music just as easily. The iForce Max engine is really nice. It does give you pretty good fuel economy. It wasn't amazing fuel economy on the highway, although I won't tell you how fast I was going, but we'll just say pretty much what the manufacturer says. The gas tank is not gigantic, but it does use regular fuel, and that will save you a few dollars. Some of these vehicles and their competitors require premium fuel. That will get expensive, so it's important that you do all those calculations and look at those things. It's the same thing you'd look at your insurance rates, try and get a feel for what this vehicle is going to actually cost you in real life. Plenty of glass, plenty of ways to see around you. So from visibility standpoint, I think we're doing really good on this vehicle. This is a very popular car. We checked in at the hotel and the bellman was going crazy. People love the 4Runner. This is a huge fan base for this vehicle, and a lot of people asked us questions about it wherever we parked. So that tells you that Toyota is doing something right. And the 4Runner has been very successful for them. They do have competition. We'll talk about the competitors, my pros and cons, and of course the pricing. And the range is dramatic. depending on which of the 9 trim levels that you would like. I know it's a lot, and there's different colors and so forth, but this is what people want. They want choices. They want to pick their interior, they want to pick their exterior colors, and make the vehicle what you want. And that's why they have the TOD program also. You can go in to the dealer, order what you want, you can order it online, and the dealer will install it for you. You can probably have it put into your lease or your purchase. Of course, you're probably better off paying for that separately from a financial standpoint, but at least you have options. Absorbs it, the rough roads here in New York State, which are really bad, like much of the country, and gives it actually a pretty good ride. Even on the highway, it was pretty impressive considering this is a good-sized vehicle. So if you're looking for a 2-row large SUV that you could take off-road, on-road, again, this is not like going off-roading and rock crawling. This is, I need to get to my remote control airplane site, whatever that might be, or go camping or soccer field. You're not going to have any worries whatsoever. This is well equipped. It's got all the goodies. And this is the way I would personally get it of all the different trim levels. I know other ones look cooler, but this one is the most practical of all of them because of what you get with this vehicle standard out of the box. There's more news on our Car Coach Reports website. Check out all the other reviews on our Car Smarts channel right here. And of course, check out our radio show, The Drive with Lauren and Carl. Comes out every Saturday morning, and you will enjoy it. We have some really fabulous guests. It's syndicated, it's a podcast, and you can find it on YouTube at The Drive Car Show. The 2026 Toyota 4Runner has a wide price range because of the different trim levels, starting as low as $43,665 and going up to $60,295. Our test vehicle was the Platinum, so it's $66,360 with the 2 options we discussed. Now, I will tell you that if you are a Toyota loyalist, make sure to ask for that loyalty discount. If you're switching from another brand, ask for that Conquest discount. If you don't ask for it, you don't get it. And that can be negotiable for a few $1,000s. That could help save some money. And don't forget to look at some 2025 models that might be still sitting on the lot. For pros and cons, I really like the all-terrain capabilities. I know we didn't go heavy off-road, but this vehicle is meant to have the capability of both on and off-road. It comes fully equipped with all the technology, which I really appreciate, and many of the 4Runner versions gives you a choice to pick whatever works best for you, and it has better fuel economy than some of the competitors. On the negative side, well, I'm not a fan of the subscription for the navigation. I think when you buy a vehicle at this price point, especially $66,000, navigation should be with the vehicle through the life of it, like it has been in the past. This is a new thing a lot of different manufacturers are doing. The hybrid powertrain does limit some of the cargo capacity, and it does have bumpy ride quality on the highway at higher speeds. The tiny second row is kind of a challenge for putting child safety seats in. And of course, not being able to shut off all the nannies that you don't like. It's a personal issue for me, but overall this vehicle offers so much value. The 4Runner has a few competitors, the Honda Passport, the Ford Bronco, the Jeep Wrangler, and the Hyundai Santa Fe. Yes, there are other competitors in this category. Everybody is competing for this space, this off-road styling that seems to be the most popular trend right now, so make sure to take them all for a test drive before you make your final decision. Overall, this is going to be a very popular vehicle because the Platinum offers both on-road and off-road capability, a good look with all the technology that people want. Make sure to take one for a test drive. If you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. The link for that is down below in the description, as well as all my social media and more details. I'm LaurenFix. Thanks so much for watching.